Hello, my name is Yvonne. I'm meeting today with Miss Deborrah Cooper. She's a relationship coach. She's been doing this since 1992. I love when she comes on. I love what she shares with us. She has a website. She does a weekly podcast, and she has books that she's written. The books, I believe you can get them on Amazon, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the name of your website?
Well, the advice site, which I haven't really updated because I've been too busy with YouTube, is survivingdating.com. And they can find out more information about me and what I, have been doing on YouTube at Debsterism. That's DEBSTERISM.com.
Yeah, I'll write it in the under the video when I post it so people can get that information.
I can't see you. I mean, am I supposed to be able to see you? I see your name, but I don't see your image.
I wonder what happened to me. Let me see.
It just says Yvonne. There you are. Like, I'm just talking to a screen. I see a kitty.
Okay. The first question I want to ask you is what makes a man decide to settle down?
Wow, that's a loaded question. I think when you sum it all up, it comes down to a certain level of emotional development and maturity. Now, that's if he's getting married for the right reasons. Okay, let's put that caveat in there. Because sometimes they're just getting married because it's convenient, because they need a place to stay, or you have more assets than he does, and he's don't have no money, and he can eat at your house and have a roof over his head and stuff. So, putting aside those dusty bums, let's talk about the guy who's for real. He's gonna see something in you that he hasn't seen in any other woman. But even if he does see it, if he's not ready to, he doesn't feel like he's ready financially, mentally, or emotionally, he still won't pop the question. He may live with you. I think that's how a lot of baby mama situations happen, because they see that she's got some good qualities, but not enough to tie himself to her for decades. And that's why, I tell young women all the time, don't have babies with these guys. Don't do that. I don't care how much they say that they like you and want to be with you and stuff. Make them marry you first. And so I think it boils down to that. It's kind of an emotional maturity thing, and a mental and financial and emotional readiness that they have to reach before they can see that this woman is going to be a benefit to me, is going to bring my life, is going to make my life better. And even though I might be giving up stuff I'm used to, all this chasing around skirts and whatnot, this is going to be a far better choice. And I can't imagine my life without her. That particular thing, like if they're scared to lose you, they will want to, sorry about that, I forgot to turn my phone off. They will want to, to lock it down.
Okay. How do they behave toward a woman that they decide to settle down with? How will they treat her?
Well, she'll know the difference. She'll know the difference. Let me think back. Let me reflect on it. Well, when I was, dating a guy that I later married, it's like he just stayed in my face. I know that. It's like, a lot of these women are like, oh, I'm called him and he doesn't call me back. And, I haven't seen him. I try to get, call him and say, when are we going to get together? If he really wants to be with you, you won't have to do that. If anything, you'll be like, can you go home? Can I have some space? Can I breathe some air by myself? And, he just wants to be around you, wants to be in your, kind of expose himself to your essence, your energy. And he just can't get enough of you. They want to look at you. They want to touch you. They want to follow you around. They want to go everywhere you go. And they want you to go everywhere with them. So there's a kind of a different kind of attraction and a bonding. And that's kind of the first step. It's like I was noticing that this.
See, I told you, you have so much going on. You have your podcast, you write books, you give advice, you have your I mean, you have so much, and you still find time to do this with me.
Yes. Well, yeah. I'm glad I set on a reminder too, because I was in the middle of something else. And I was like, oh crap, let me get ready for
On-
this because I would have for sure forgot.
Well, you were on time and showed up, so. Mhm.
So yeah, that I think those are the key things that are missing. Plus, he's gonna respect you. He respects what you think. He respects your time. He respects your property. He respects the things and the people that you love. And even though to me, when any of those components are missing, then that is a relationship that's just really not worth even being in. It's just not worth it. I don't care how much you love him. If he's not showing you that level of respect and commitment and a desire to make you happy and be, give you the stuff that you need emotionally, I don't even understand what so many women be doing. What are you doing? Why are you even there? Next his butt. Let's move on here.
I think a lot of women think that I think they're in love with the potential of what the relationship can be. And I think that idea is with them so strongly that they're not able to be objective and say, is this the type of behavior that someone shows me? How much they value me.
Right.
I don't think
Well, Yvonne, we got to backtrack a little bit because one of the things that's been bothering me the most for the last couple of years, I guess, since we talked the last time, is through my advice column, so many letters have come in because, I do like 25 every week, sometimes more. And there's this overwhelming pattern of young women having no confidence in themselves, no boundaries, and no self-respect, no self-esteem. So they're looking for they allow themselves to be defined by other people. So if someone doesn't pay attention to them and validate them outside of themselves, then they feel like they're nothing. Instead of thinking, well, whether this person likes me or not, I'm still fabulous. I'm still fabulous. I'm roaming this world and I'm just walking around fabulous and free. And when I meet someone who's fabulous enough, then I'll tie myself down with that person. But they don't think like that. And they have use phrases like, I don't want to lose him. It's like, what? So I've seen that so much, and it's just very disturbing to me that so many women have that mentality. They don't think they're the prize. They think having the man is the prize. And these guys have gotten that into their heads. And so they respond accordingly, running around acting like, they're all that. It's like, oh, please, little flea, get out of here.
Well, I know sometimes, like when you say, if you see someone you haven't seen in a long time, you run into a girlfriend, and one of the first, is how have you been? So are you married?
Yeah.
That comes up really, like, so you feel almost like you feel bad if you say no, or you feel like that is defining your person.
Well,
Whether
only
you're
if you
married or
let it. I have a video on my channel where I talk about that, where people feel like their family and friends pressured them, like, when you gonna get married? How come you're not married yet? And this kind of stuff. I have a video, but I won't go into because it's long. But essentially, if someone approaches you like that, and you can tell it's like the tone of it is to try to put you down, to negate your singleness. Say, child, I'm not trying to get in that trick bag with y'all. You tripping. That's why y'all be looking miserable and old and wrinkled, and I'm looking fresh and fly and got all my money in my bank account and spending it only on me. I don't have to worry about babysitters. I can go out anytime I feel like it. All my money goes to what I wanted to enjoy, while you have to worry about what your husband's going to say and what your kids do. I don't want that lifestyle. That's why I'm not married. So you flip it back on them.
For instance, if you meet a guy and he's not ready to settle down, do they play games, emotional games? And if they do, what kind do they play?
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, girl, these the games, it's just like I can't even begin. Let me see what are the three that they're gonna play the most. I think the one where they pretend like they have some future goals for you. They start talking. They don't say it's nothing permanent. I mean, it's nothing tangible. It's not like on this day we're gonna do this, and I've saved up this kind of money, and it's nothing like that. It's just some vague, rambling conversation like, yeah, one day we're going to be old together and we'll look back on these days and this. Okay, what does that mean? Soon as you start hearing some future fake talk like that, every woman that's listening to this should know, don't close your ears. Don't pay any attention. Watch what he does. Don't listen to what he says, because that is what gets women in so much trouble. The game playing is all words. They don't look at what he's actually doing. They go back and even I call him on it and say, well, look how he's treating you. Yeah, but he said, I don't care what he said. What is he doing? And so that's all you should be paying attention to, because they can lie with their words, but they're not going to do too much as they'll lie because it requires too much effort. The other thing that they do is, try to act like they're so in love with you. It's like the bum rush. Like they go from meeting you 2 hours ago to, oh, I think I'm already falling in love, like the next day. A lot of women go for that because it aligns with their romantic fantasies. And I said, that's a red flag. You need to like back him up, slow him down. And really, I mean, if they start that kind of game, really, you should just get rid of them. But, most women don't do that. The other thing that I think that's very common is they do the hot and cold game. So they'll be really, really hot, really into you. And then all of a sudden it just dries up. It just blows away. And that is like, it's like the women are chasing after the guy then because they want the reward of his attention. And when in reality, what they should do, if he backs up, you back up further. He don't call you for a day, you let the week go by and you don't call his behind and put him on ice. And then, you get to see it. Does he, give that up, or is he okay with it? Because if you don't hear from him, then that means it was over anyway. So what's the point of calling him? So those, I think, are three of the most common things that women see, the games that they run on women, and they don't really know what's going
on. I was going to ask you, how do you know if a person is a good person to be in a relationship with? You did say in your case, your husband made sure he was around you every opportunity that he could. So he gave you his time and his attention.
Right. Even when he was multitasking, doing other things. That I shared when I was first dating him, how he was running a small business and he had to do some marketing or billing or something. Stuff he was folding up stuff and putting it in envelopes. I don't know what he was doing, but he brought a whole box of stuff and a whole box of envelopes and labels and stuff to my house, set it on the dining room table, had me sitting next to him. And I said, oh, you want me to help you? He said, nope, this is me. Just talk. And so he just wanted me to be there. So he's touching on me and he's kissing me every now and then. And, he had me put my leg over his thigh and stuff. So we had body contact. And he just sat there and did his little stuff and just smiling. But I was there, we were together. And I think, I didn't have to ask him to do that. He just like bogarted his way into my house, to tell you the truth. But I think that is something, I wasn't really used to that. I wasn't used to a guy who wanted to be around me that much. So it was kind of a shock for me, that was a long time ago. But I understood what he was doing. And I understood how valuable what he was doing was, even though he had said the words, I love you, yet his behavior showed that he did. He was always like, you need anything, I'm on my way over. Let me stay on top and get it for you. You have everything you need. If I'm at the house and I get out there, and he said he'd jump up and I didn't have to ask him, say, okay, I'll run out and get it. They're looking to serve you. And I don't mean that in a bad way. They want to have your back. They want to be a partner to you, and they want to support you in ways so that you don't have to go around chasing him and asking him. He would wash dishes. I mean, he just would do stuff. I didn't have to ask him to do anything. He just wanted to do it because it made me happy. And so, I think so many women aren't used to that.
That's what I was going to say. He did things to make you happy.
Yeah, because I know washing dishes and vacuuming my carpet in my house was not his idea of fun. But if he did that, then we got to leave faster. You see what I mean? So I could go and give him my whole attention, other than saying, well, I have to do this first and this and that. And then, so I would do it, he would do it, and then we could leave faster and go have fun the rest of the day.
Okay. I was just wondering, if a guy gets married or he's in a long-term relationship,
Okay.
does his behavior change? Like if he was a player before, or, constantly had 2 and 3 women, and if he saw a fourth one he went after that one. If he finally said, "I'm gonna get married to you think his behavior is gonna change?"
Well, the woman should be looking for his behavior to have changed before she even thinks that getting married to him is a good idea. So, he should, those changes that you want a man to make, he should be making those on his own. You shouldn't be thinking that because you marry him, because you sleep with him, because you have a baby with him, because y'all live together, or even because he put a ring on your finger, or that you're actually married, that he's going to change because of you. He hasn't want to be a different man, and he's going to do that on his own. And then he's going to present himself to you as this changed man worthy of you. If you feel like you have to chase him down and beg him and whine all the time about what you need to change, and I don't like this, that's not the dude. Just leave, put him back. He's not ready.
Cut your losses.
Yeah. But that's so difficult for like you said, they seem to want to they talk keep hope alive. They just keep hope alive.
But I think that one of the things too is that you always think if you hang in there, you're going to see the person that you met. You're going to see the person that they presented themselves to be at the beginning of the relationship.
Nope. That was the front man. That was the front man. He did that to get your attention. And so now he's, 6 months down the road, they can't keep the game up the front anymore. So they start showing you the real deal. Pay attention.
And that's what you're going to get from then on.
Yep. If not worse. Because because girl, like they start with a little disrespect, like, I don't know. You look fat. Why is your hair like that? I don't like, these things that just hurt your feelings, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you don't cuss him out or tell him about himself or say, get out, just, I'm not taking this from you, then they up the ante because they're looking for you to defend yourself, to stand up for yourself and to check him. But so many women are afraid because they feel like, well, if I say anything, he's going to leave me, he'll break up with me. You should be hoping that's what happens.
That's what you were saying about low self-esteem. If you have self-confidence and you don't have, high self-esteem, when they say things like that, you'll probably say, oh, yeah, I am. I have put on some weight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You start internalizing what he's saying as opposed to having your own opinion about yourself. You may not have thought that you were put on some weight or you had a little.
But most of the time, Yvonne, when they say that, you haven't. What this is a campaign to tear you down, because and really what they want to do is destroy you. They don't like it if you're too confident. I can't tell you how many men I've run into, like on dates and stuff, or you think they have good sense at the beginning, and then during the conversation, and this usually happens on the first date, they start in with some of that drag and drama where they start trying to criticize. Well, I ain't never heard of nobody. Well, what made you think you did that you should do that? It's like, well, I had a daddy and it didn't look like you, clown. Okay, just shut up. We're here to have dinner. If you can't keep the conversation focused on here and now and stay out of my business, then I'll get up and leave. I had to do that to a dude last year. Yeah. And it was sad because we were introduced by friends of mine. They knew, they knew him and they knew me and they thought we would be good together. That did not work out at all. He could not control his mouth. And you know me, I give you the same energy you give me.
So,
that didn't end well at all.
Well, you know what? He probably thought he was making himself look better, that he was increasing his value by saying those type of things.
Well, he found out otherwise.
Hmm?
I said he found out otherwise real quick because I checked him and did not care who heard. Clown.
We've talked a couple times, but I could have told him.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's a no. Okay. I think sometimes people think that when they get married, it's gonna erase a lot of their problems. Maybe they're gonna have activities that they can share with a partner. You know what I mean? You won't be going to a restaurant a lot alone. Maybe there are times where you are lonely and you figure, oh, I'll get married, I won't be lonely anymore. Oh, when I go through these ups and I go through these downs, this person will be there for me. We could share responsibilities. So I think people think this marriage is going to be a good partnership to, I guess, fill in some of the things that they feel that as a single person they're missing. You think that's
If
true?
you didn't feel that, if you didn't get that kind of treatment before, you're not going to get it after.
Mhm,
It's just, what, I mean, I did a short, on YouTube, they have these shorts, like a 60-second video.
mhm,
And I took it out of a main video because I wanted people to pay attention to it. It focuses on what I feel are the three key things that every relationship should have. If you don't have these elements in your relationship, whatever kind of relationship, it could be friends, coworkers, whatever, romantic partners, if you don't have respect, if you don't, and this is for everything, not your body, your money, your the stuff you own. If you don't have a man who is a man of his word, like you can count on him, he
mhm,
tells you something, you can just go to the bank that it's going to happen that way that he said it, when he said it, how he said it, and all that. You don't have to worry. You don't have to have plan B, D, E, and F, and G. And then the final thing is that he gives you the relationship that you need to feel safe, to feel loved, and to feel secure. You shouldn't have to beg for it. You shouldn't have to negotiate for it. It should come from his heart because he wants to be that man, that dude for you. If you don't have those three elements in your relationship, it's a waste of time. I don't care what else you got.
okay. If a woman is involved with someone, she thinks it's a serious relationship. This is
Mhm.
the relationship for me for life. How would she be able to tell if there's a third person involved in that relationship? You, him, and somebody else.
Well, because he's going to be missing. He'll be distracted. The odd times when you can't find him, when he cancels engagements with you.
Mhm,
Um, Holidays are a big one. He's hit and miss on that.
mhm,
Um, I don't know. There's just a lot of little signs like he doesn't want you to go certain places with him or meet certain people. He keeps certain parts of his life segmented away from you. It's not an open door. Those are
mhm.
some of the main side things that I've noticed. Or if he calls you, like you can't really call him and reach him at certain hours, but he can call you.
You know, I know I've been hearing about certain things, and this is a little off topic, but they were saying that there are a lot of men, and the person who I heard it from said there's a lot of Black men in nursing homes or retirement homes or whatever, senior type homes, and no one goes to visit them.
That's true.
So why do you think that situation exists?
Because they live their life like a tumbleweed,
Mhm,
not really forming close relationships with anybody.
mhm,
A lot of them abandoned their wives and children. Even if you did a divorce, those still your kids. I mean, maintain a relationship with them.
mhm.
Um, yeah, they just didn't want to settle down and devote themselves to be a family, be a family man. So when it comes time at the end of their life, they don't have any family. There's no support system for them. And that was a choice that they made when they were young. They were, still healthy and strong and cute and everything, had their little money and their jobs and their little fancy cars. And so they were living that lifestyle thinking it was going to last forever. And then they hit, a certain age and their health starts to decline and they end up in a nursing home all by themselves.
It's too late for anything to be done.
It's too late because all you done burned bridges. Nobody's they don't call me now if you want something. When I wanted to be with you and wanted you to be around and stuff, you had other stuff to do. So go over there. That's what you need to do. Go over there. And so I think a lot of women need to be aware of what you just pointed out too, because a lot of older women are like on their second husband or the husband died or something like that. Late term divorces, and then these guys are sidling up to these widows or these women who are divorced at like 50 or something, and they're trying to get involved with them. But what they're really looking for at this last minute is what we call a hospice wife, because they know she's gonna be around while he's on his last leg taking care of him. So he done gave all the best years of his life to somebody else, a whole bunch of somebody else's, and then he's gonna tie her to him just to be his nursemaid.
I'm ready
Gotta
to
watch for that too.
I'm ready to settle down and give it my all.
Yeah. It's like you on a cane, a walker, got a pacemaker and stuff, a tooth every now and then. You look a hot mess, blood pressure altered chart, got the sugar, all kind of stuff going on. And now you want to get married.
I'm
Get out of
ready.
here.
So, okay, let me see if there's something else I wanted to ask you. And this is a little off topic.
Do we have a topic?
Well, we're all over the place. Thanks to me. I just wanted to say, do you think that those men are that way because maybe the father figure in their life did the same thing and they don't have a role model, or is it just that it's fun? It's fun to have no responsibility.
I think it's that because a lot, some of them, their dad was right there. I mean, in the house with the mother, not the run around type of stuff, but that's not the lifestyle they chose because they're more influenced by their buddies, And I think that's why it's really important for parents to have a son. Teach your son to stand up straight and be a man. Teach him to be a leader, not a follower. And then he wouldn't have these problems. He wouldn't be trying to follow around and get credit from his raggedy buddies. He would walk his own path, or the path that he knows was right for him versus following along behind other people. So I think it's some of that too. But yeah, I'm not going to blame it on the fathers because of the fact, Yvonne, it doesn't matter what your daddy did. You are a separate person. You can make a decision for yourself and be a responsible adult.
Let me see. And I want to ask you about domestic violence. I've done a couple of videos on domestic violence. What makes a person become an abuser?
The bottom line, in spite of all the scientific discussions and police blotters and domestic violence shelter conversations, they do it because they want to. They want to. If they didn't want to, they wouldn't. So, people try to look for excuses. They want to blame something outside of themselves. Like, my childhood, my temper, my this. No, it's all decision. All of that is decision because even if you had the feeling that you wanted to punch somebody, you don't know how to restrain yourself. I bet you wouldn't be doing that to your boss because you would get fired. So when it's a decision that they make to do it to a woman who they know is weaker and smaller than they are. It's all about control.
Do they ever stop?
Yeah, when they get a bullet. Because I see that even the ones that go to jail, like a lady, I heard a news story the other day where this woman, her ex, got arrested for it, and he had to go to this. He was supposed to be going to a domestic violence kind of class, anger management. Mm-hmm. Instead, she had installed a Ring doorbell too, so everything was recorded. He shows up at her house, kicking the door in. Her kid is screaming. She's screaming. But what he didn't know is that she had gone and gotten a gun license while he was locked up. Mm-hmm. He busted through that door and grabbed something, and she dropped him. And so that was the end of that. Mm-hmm. And so, so I'm saying a man with the mentality that he's better than you and he should deserve to control you with his fist, that doesn't change. That never changes.
So even if he stopped dating Sally over here and started dating Brenda over there, he's probably doing the same thing to Brenda.
He's gonna beat Brenda's butt eventually. And domestic violence, it starts with the wording. It starts with words. Mm-hmm. The aggression, the looks, the intimidating looks. And mm-hmm. So all of those kind of things are like clues that this dude's not wrapped too tight and you should be exiting stage left. I don't take nothing. You even ask me who's on my phone. We're done here, sir. It's not your business. Don't be asking me no question.
But you know what? I don't think they start off like that. I don't think they let you see that part until.
Oh, they do. They do. But women don't listen. When a dude say, well, where were you? Okay, that's the first sign. Where were you? You my daddy? You don't need to know where I was. I'm a grown woman. I go where I want to go and come back when I damn well please. So, that's the sign. Those are signs, though. And what I'm saying is, so many women ignore those things. Oh, I was over at my friend Julie's house, and we didn't do nothing. We just okay. Then that's the beginning of it. You're starting to respond to his demand that he control your life. Well, I didn't say you could wear that. I didn't know you could. I didn't say you could go there. Oh well. Oh. And any woman I meet that tells me she got to ask her boyfriend or husband for permission, I'm done with her. I'm not. I'm like, you. How old are you again?
Mm-hmm.
You don't ask them. You tell them where I'm going. I tell them you better watch your kids while I'm gone. I don't know. I just like, is it me? It's like, because I just could not be living in I couldn't be in a relationship like that where these dudes trying to control what I do and tell me what they're not going to let me do and all that stuff. I will shoot you. Get out of here. Just leave me alone. So I don't know, but that's how it starts. It starts with little things that women tend to not pay attention to. Those little things, or I don't like, what kind of slop is this you cooking, as he flings the plate. Okay, guess what? I'm never cooking for you again. You don't have to worry. You can live on McDonald's. I don't care what you do. Stuff like that. But women don't pay attention to it. But those are signs that are that this is going in a bad direction.
Well, Ms. Cooper, it's been fun. It's been informative.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on, because I say it again, because you don't have to. You have so many things, so many irons in the fire that's working for you.
Yeah.
I mean, your podcast, your books, your YouTube channel, your website.
Plus, I do contracts on the side to make, I do marketing stuff for other people, develop their websites and marketing materials and stuff like that. So, yeah. We gotta make our monies. I love eating. It's important to me.
Me too. But I hope that we can talk again.
Sure, just let me know. We always have a good time.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me and Ms. Cooper today. I'll put her information in the box underneath the video. And thank you again.
Okay.
Goodbye, everybody.